It's probably going to cost me a flare to get into the dam. There you go. Speak of the devil. Oh, and another one. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. I haven't heard anybody home here yet.
I'll take it.
I don't think I will. One of the very first times I played, I found a gun. I think it was laying down here, like this way. It was laying against one of these walls, like all the way backing up against it, and I've never seen that again. Very first time I played. And I was so stoked. I think it was the first time I found a rifle, that's why I remember it. Go ahead and get one of those out. I just found two, so I shouldn't be afraid to use one, you know what I'm saying?
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
That is a good bunch of meat.
It's dusk, so I can't be far behind.
I wonder if I can make it up there with it. I doubt it. He used to not be able to build fires in here. Still
I need
can't.
to find food.
So I need to put it someplace that's not going to get blown out. Is that now blowing into the fire? Because that's going to be irritating. I should have dropped all that meat. I'm not going to risk losing my bonus.
I need to find a place to rest.
I'm pretty sure this is going to blow out. I searched that already. Oh, well, calm down. I should ditch those guts. There's a wolf that lives under the bridge by the dam. I think I've seen him like 99 out of 100 times I've been there. I call him Jeff. You know, Jeff Bridges. But I've never heard anybody else name him before, but I go with Jeff. That sounds like a rabbit dying somewhere. Seriously? Just dealt with you guys. Oh yeah, these guts are getting left. They can have him. Okay. Are we popping it? We're about to walk the dogs, folks. They hate flares. So these wolves anyway won't come near me with it. If there weren't 3 or 4 of them, I would go up there. The one bunker that I usually find is up there. It's at ground level, kind of behind the dam, but not with 3 or 4 wolves back there. And then I got Jeff up here. Usually those wolves, I don't find them there, because that was like in between the 2 train cars. Normally they're all around that red train car. Yeah, Jeff, usually he pops up over here on the left. I kind of hated losing those guts, but I really can't fish for a week anyway, so. Usually this is around the part where Jeff charges you. There he is. He's underneath. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a little bit of distance. I don't want to spook him and have him jump right on me before he sees the flare. He's down there somewhere. And sometimes there's one up here. I can't tell who we got. Any tools? I could still kind of use some tools. Memento hat. I kind of want to read that, but whatever.
I think I can use this.
I think that's the one that says there's a way open to Milton. Spray paint. Practical gunsmithing.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Jeans. As needs will testify, better than nothing. was gonna say I really need that dog food, but I don't at the moment. That deer was over 4 pounds of meat. Oh, that was a hefty deer. That was an O deer. Okay, let's get out of here. So I don't have to use another flare. I always want there to be oil in this, like just like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Not like 55 gallons, but I think there should be just like a little random bit of oil in there. And have it be like a rare thing, you know? Most people probably don't even pay any attention to it, but that is an oil drum. Or maybe have a place where you could fill it up.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Definitely use those. Not so much in the old-fashioned parka. I did wear it one time for a pretty good part of the game. It's a pretty good coat, but I found the expedition parka early. If I hadn't have found it, I'd probably be wearing that one. Almost. I didn't quite search that enough. Okay. Oh, another flare. Oh, that's the one I threw. Where can I move that so that I know it's trash? I don't know. I'll still keep looking at it. Well, maybe if I put this paper over there, I'll know. Maybe that'll help me remember that I'm setting a scene there. Oh, give me something good. Those are my favorite pants in the game. I love those pants. What could I do? Oh, I got a Mackinac jacket. No, this thing's going away. Oh. What does it do? What are its other stats? Nah, it doesn't look remarkable at all, and it's heavy. Hell, I don't know. I was going to start a glove store. I don't know if I should start shredding gloves just yet. Repair. Should probably be doing this out in that truck. Yeah, let's take a walk. See if we can get there unmolested. I guess inside the yard would be fine. Yeah, see, those pants slow you down. And these have better armor. And they weigh less. Yeah, I know the water protection is great and everything, but that I really don't have that factor into my life a whole lot. You know what? I'll wear the army ones on the outside. Since if I get jumped, I'm going to have to let them maul me and not fight back. That way they'll be fighting the armored pants and not the ones that get shredded at the drop of a hat. Those ski pants are just not worth anything in a fight. They're probably the most fragile piece of clothing in the game, maybe besides the yellow earmuffs. I mean, they just get completely shredded all the time. Thought that had coal in it for a minute. I was about to say, I can't remember the last time I found anything out here in this yard. But they played with the loot tables a while back, so it was worth a look. I'll show you some other places in here too that nobody probably looks anymore, and their stuff now when there didn't used to be. I think that body's down below us. Yeah. He's down. See, yeah, there's Jeff. See him? Going up the hill. That's Jeff. That's the bridge right there. That's his little patrol area. He does come all the way down here, down the bottom of the dam, like wherever this body is, whatever it is. We're not going to be able to go down there since Jeff's there, but maybe we can get an eyeball on what it is. Yeah, it's a guy. There he is. And there's something looks like on the ice right there near him. A flare or something. It will remain a mystery to us until we're able to use a gun. Or a bow. Wait, were those bullets? It's good to let it save anyway. Let me let it save and I'll hop back out. I kinda got a map. Yeah, those are bullets. Okay, here's one of the big questions that I've been having. Did that body look like it was closer, but whatever. I play on PlayStation normally. I have for years. I have like 3,000 hours or something in the game. Okay, it is dark here now. Okay, because I thought they broke something in the PlayStation settings. It made it too dark in here, because there used to be a slider where you could adjust for HDR and stuff about how dark the game is. And they broke that on PlayStation, and so I thought that this place was unnecessarily dark just for PlayStation, because it's made it almost useless, the dam. I used to base out of the dam all the time. Like most people in Mystery Lake, they base out of the camp office or trapper's cabin. I like this place, man. I like all the storage. I like it having a front and a back, and the little rabbit area out back where there's only usually one wolf, and once you take care of him, you got a couple of different rabbit areas. There's a lot of benefits to it. I like it. I bet you something that a lot of people don't find too out back, and the pathway that leads to... Where does that lead to? Pleasant Valley? Yeah, I think that's right, Pleasant Valley. We'll roll with that. If you go down one of the wrong way places that has been a dead end for eons with nothing down there, there is a corrections officer with a shiv in his back down there now. He's not down there every time, But he's down there every once in a while and he has a homemade knife in his back. I bet a lot of people haven't discovered that he's down there sometimes yet. But yeah, let me hop into settings. Yeah, they just don't have it anymore. It's not an option. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, you need to do that one. I'm gonna start depositing stuff here. You never, ever, ever put food in containers. Because if the food drops to 100%, it'll disappear. And some food is still useful, even if it's ruined, for a bunch of different reasons. And so you don't want it just appearing. So same thing with medicine. I meant to drop all these rocks earlier. I usually drop rocks in groups of 10. That way when I have 5 groups of 10, I know I have 50 rocks and I don't have to pick a lot of them up, put a lot of them down. Whichever one is lighter is emptier. And you know what? I'm gonna eat my dessert first. Let's come in here and get this safe. Normally I clear things in a very specific pattern, but
This will come in handy.
since light is a factor, we will change our usual routine a little bit and make it more interesting. Okay, there's the safe. But yeah, like if I was searching in the dark, you ain't ever gonna find that bullet casing there. That's actually a bullet, but it's not gonna happen. There used to be a flare sometimes that was like up here, and you could get it from either side of the window. So that is actually the room in there. Like I'm pretty sure I could shoot an arrow across there and it would show up on the other side. And then you could retrieve it when you go in there later. A lot of games it's not actually the same instance, it's not actually the same room, because they don't want to load all those assets down there and slow everything down. But that is actually the room. Okay. Alright, let's put this out. No need to waste the fuel while we're sitting here playing with a safe. Okay, I found out that you could go backwards and then go forwards. And it kind of tricks it. It didn't do it that time, but it did it one of the times earlier, if you guys were paying attention. Come on, mucklux.
I'll take it.
2 safes in a row with nothing. That really actually does pain me. Because when I was doing my trial run, and I did that little part in Milton, the thing in the bank had
I think I can use this.
Mucklux, which is the best boots in the game, and it had the best, or one of the best sweaters in the game. The one with the, like, deer and antelope and stuff on it. It's pretty good. And so when I knew I was going to reset, I knew I was going to lose them, but it still hurts. Because I have gone games before and never found Mucklux. You know, they're not guaranteed to be in the world somewhere. What did I just drop? I gotta be careful with that. This is... The controls are different than I'm used to or something. I almost drop stuff all the time. Now do I search the way I would normally search? Or go back to the beginning and do what I would normally do? I think I'm just gonna pick up where I normally would from that safe room and then we'll go back. I've broken all these things down before in there and I don't think I've ever found anything. There used to be a fire striker under one of these little carts so often that it was cliche. And I think they got rid of it. I haven't seen it there since they redid loot tables. I'll still always look real... Oh, thank you. I'll still look real careful for it. But I just haven't seen it in a while. I want to say I have 2,000 or 3,000 hours in this game. That's over like 8 years or something. Like I've been playing this game a very long time. So I don't play it every day. About once a year I'll put it in and play it for like a month or two, something like that. Did I get everything? Not used to talking while I do this. Okay, so let's search this little area right here before the stairs. And then we will back up. Look at those lockers in a second.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Trying to build suspense. Sometimes there's a jerry can here. There is not. It's weird sometimes, like this time I'm finding a ton of gloves. Last time I found a ton of jerry cans. I had like 12 jerry cans. It was ridiculous. Like I could have burned down a whole village with how many jerry cans I had. I wonder if they got their name from Germany. Like I wonder if the Germans made those first. I don't know.
This'll come in handy.
Little known fact is that the Nazis were the first people to put something in orbit. You're taught in school that the Russians put the first satellite in orbit. And they use the word satellite because they don't want to give the Nazis credit for anything, and I'm not a Nazi or a white supremacist or anything like that, even remotely. But they launched a V2 rocket up with enough fuel and with the purpose of getting it into orbit, and they projected where it would come back down if it didn't make it, and it did not come back down. And so it made it into orbit. But just a little bit of propaganda by both the US and the Russians. Now, both the US and the Russians then used Nazi scientists to build their space programs, so those are still the same people building the rockets. So, I don't know. Let's get off of that, but that is an interesting point. If somebody ever asks you who put the first thing in space, it was the Nazis. If they asked the first satellite, it's the Russians. First man, it was the Russians. First woman, it's the Russians. Most Americans, if you ask who the first woman was in space, they'll say Sally Ride. The Russians were putting women up there decades before she went up. I'm surprised it's not all women going up there, or jockeys. Like, I don't understand why we're still sending, not to be derogatory, but muscle-bound kind of jocks up there. I don't know why we're sending 250-pound men up there instead of 80 or 90-pound men or women. It costs $100,000, I think, a pound to get things into orbit. And so the smaller person you put up, the more money you save. Look at it like a business. And frankly, use midgets. I mean, I'm not even kidding. use midgets, or homunculids are actually a thing. I actually went with to a school with a girl who was a homunculid, which is a perfectly formed human that's tiny, and her name was Christy, but she was just a very tiny person. She was like, I don't know, I didn't ask her, I didn't want to be rude, but I don't even think she was 4 feet tall. But she could do everything a human being can do in orbit. You know, you don't got to be strong to be up there. Spend half the money, and you can save a lot more than that if you just send small people. You could make the craft smaller, and you don't have to send as much food. You know, it avalanches. Like, it would be so much more cost effective to send little people into space. I don't know why they don't do it. I mean, back in the day, they fit the biggest and the strongest and most athletic. You don't need that anymore. We know you don't need that anymore, but it's just tradition at this point. That's something Elon Musk will probably put a end to, because he's going to run that stuff like a business. He's not going to run it like it's the military. So maybe there'll be a day when it's not the best of the best of the best that's astronauts, but it's the best little people. Yeah, I came over here. This lantern's gonna give out on me soon. Okay, let's one more look over here. Yeah, I'm so used to being able to see. Now most people, most pro players, they don't even come down here anymore. They don't come down here and look anymore. But I have found stuff down here since they redid the loot tables. I think I found a fire striker down here before, and a jerrycan, and up top, because it goes all the way up too. There's the second floor up here. Well, the stairwell keeps going, and up at the top part dead end, I found a book. I think it was practical gunsmithing with that, which I think I just found one of those outside. So that might be that book for the dam. But there is stuff up here sometimes now, so it's worth a look. I think I found a knife up there. It's rare, but there's stuff up there sometimes. Grab that book, just in case.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Hopefully I'll get quite a little bit of food out of all of this, and not have to worry about food for a couple of days. But I'm probably gonna have to hustle over to Coastal Highway and loot that gas station, and hope I catch some fish out there doing the coastal, what do you call it, the beach combing. Sometimes there's dead fish that aren't rotten that you could cook and eat.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I always feel like that red first aid thing should have better loot in it. Like, I feel like there should be something really good in there, and there just never is. Kind of disappointing. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. Yeah, I'll use the lantern again. Oh. Did I accidentally drop that? I don't know. I might accidentally drop that. I don't know. Or I just flat out missed it. Who knows? What do you guys do? There's probably somebody screaming, "Pick up the water! Pick up the water!" One of the reasons I don't like playing Interloper is because of having to search these drawers and stuff, and there's just never anything in them. There's just like 1 out of 50. And it's just a waste of time. It's not fun. They should just have you mouse over it on Interloper and just have it show empty like that and just let you go on with your life. Like, it's kind of a drag. Thought that was a fish hook right there. Got a gray line. Thought that was a fish hook. They like to put fish hooks and fishing line up there, so it kind of blends in. This place is so big.
This'll come in handy.
I'm gonna burn through 2 full lanterns searching this dam because it's dark as hell now. I feel as though I'm not really finding a lot in here, so I'll go ahead and take those with me.
The owner's around. God, I'm starving.
You're not the only one, sister. Cost of living goes up anymore. We're all gonna have to start counting. Oh, there we go. 28%. Come on, that's weak sauce. We're all gonna have to start limiting our calorie intake and stuff. This is ridiculous. Have to tell our kids to eat all their food because there's starving kids in the next room. You know, like, no lie. Like, I saw, like, it was a big bottle. It was a big bottle, but it was not like a jerry can, because they do sell them in jerry can size things that you I think you gotta pop a hole in the top of it. But it was a bottle of olive oil. It was $25. And I was just like, I just kept staring at it, and it was up at the front of the store, like on special. Oh, good lord. It's olive oil. Like I get it, but it's been around like 3,000 years. Like, it's not high-tech stuff. It's actually the main food in ancient Greece was olive oil. A lot of people don't know this because of the olives you get in the jars and stuff, but people think that they're like that normally, and they're not. They're like in this hard shell thing, and you gotta crush them. They have this, you know how you see the millstones with the hole in them? They have stuff like that in Greece that look like kind of giant stone bowls that they would roll giant stones in to crush the olives and to get the olive oil out. Like it was a whole industry. That looks sussy. $25 for a big bottle. It was a plastic bottle of olive oil. It was like, it was probably equal to 3 or 4 of like the normal bottles. Normal size bottles that I would like normally buy. Probably like the size of, I don't know, a Coke that you'd buy. Like, I don't know, it was probably like 1.5 liters. The $25 one was probably 1.5 liters or something. Like, it wasn't a 2-liter bottle. It was a pretty big bottle, but still $25. I was just looking at it blinking for like 60 seconds, like in complete disbelief. I was like, this has to be for something else. Like, somebody just put this here and didn't change the sign, or somebody forgot a decimal, something. But no, it was $25. Guess I'm in the wrong line of work. I need to start crushing olives or grapes or something like I'm Lucille Ball. I really don't know what to do here. That's why I'm kind of stalling here. Sometimes on one of these there's a candy bar. You know, the only thing that I could think of in the past 3 or 4 years that hasn't just gone up astronomically in price is dentists. I went to the dentist today and he handed me the bill, or I got the bill from the girl at the end, and I was like, huh. It's like, this is the same amount I was paying like 10 years ago. Like, seriously, like I expected it to be like, just for a tooth cleaning, I expected it to be like $500 at this point. And it just wasn't. No candy bar this time. Sometimes there's a candy bar on one of those. Matches.
Here.
Found out one of the bad parts about grinding your teeth is that your fillings wear out faster, not because you're grinding the fillings, but because you're grinding your teeth. The fillings are actually harder than your teeth. And so you're actually wearing the tooth enamel and stuff away around the filling.
I've never been so hungry.
And so the filling will fail because stuff will start getting underneath it where the tooth isn't there anymore. And so you gotta, I always thought you had to get your fillings replaced like every 20 years or something because the fillings went bad, but it's not, it's your teeth. Just the act of chewing or grinding your teeth in your sleep or whatever wears down. Chewing ice. The lady said that. She was like, if you chew ice, if you eat nuts, she named 2 or 3 things. She was like, you're gonna have to get your fillings replaced a lot more than other people if you don't. And I eat nuts like crazy. Like crazy. Because they are absorbed like fat and not sugar. Clear, truly clear alcohol is like that too, and I mean truly clear because tequila is not truly clear. It does not count. It metabolizes like sugar. But rum, vodka, gin, vermouth, like there's a bunch of them that are clear liquors, but they all metabolize like that. I feel like I didn't find anything really up here. Oh, on a side note, you used to be able to untie that rope over there and take it down. Let me go back over there and look. Maybe they changed it back again. It used to be a red rope that you can take down, and then they changed it to a blue rope which you couldn't take down. Now it's red again. Can you take it down or can you not take it down? You can't untie it. You used to be able to untie it. I used to take this rope down all the time and take it to the ravine. That's the rope I would use for the ravine, since it's right outside. But they don't let you do that anymore. I guess they thought it was too easy. Let me drop. Oh, I gotta eat too. Turn this off for a sec. I should have been searching this room with that off, actually. Why are you dropping multiple stuff? irritating. I gotta eat. Eat. Just drink that soda for now so that I don't lose my bonus. And these granola bars, they give me food poisoning like crazy. They're like the new sardines. What time is it? Oh yeah, it's almost nighttime. Let's go ahead and risk it. I was
I'm
watching
not sure I can carry much more.
MRE Steve today, and he was eating an MRE that, you know, I've seen him eat some stuff. Like I'm a huge fan. I've seen him eat some bad looking stuff, but this stuff straight up looked like watery, like the expensive kind of cat food. But it looked watery and like runny, and it looked cold. Like you could tell it didn't even look hot. Like it was not good. It's not good at all. Yeah, but I think it's MRE Steve, like 1984 or 1985, something like that. Anybody playing this video game has probably seen Steve at some point. But yeah, the funniest thing I ever saw him do was, that looked like there was a coat or something down there. The funniest thing I ever saw him not eat was he opened up this, I think it was from World War II, this